How was that for you? What just happened inside of you? Did you judge me? Did you feel uncomfortable? Did you look to the people around you and base your response on theirs? Did you laugh with me? Your response, whatever it was, reveals insight into the neurocircuitry you are running in your brain. Are you running circuits that interfere with joy or make it more available? And how would your life be different if you started wiring yourself more fully towards what I call your joy potential? Our joy potential is that place between our current baseline for happiness and the joy that's possible for all of us. Research by Dr. Sonia Lyubomirsky suggests we all have what's called a happiness set point. Something good happens and we're excited and inspired and our happiness level rises. However, once the stimulus subsides, we return back to the set point. Or something challenging happens and we feel a dip in our happiness. But over time, we default back to this baseline. The good news is we are not simply stuck with our current happiness set point for the rest of our lives. Research shows 50% of our happiness is based on our genetic predisposition. 10% is based on our circumstances. 40% is based on our thoughts and the choices we make. It's so easy for us to blame other people and our external circumstances for our lack of joy. But look at that. It's only 10%. Our power lies in this last 40%. How we respond to life. Because of neuroplasticity, which is our brain's innate ability to constantly form new neural connections throughout our lives, we can change our brains by changing how we think and feel. We can keep increasing our happiness set point and tap into our joy potential. I haven't always been this happy. I used to be really shy and have a harsh inner critic. I've gotten stuck in plenty of bad habits and have done all sorts of things to hinder my own joy. I get it. I now truly feel this abundance of joy and inner freedom in my life. And I'm so incredibly grateful. So what changed? Several years ago, I actually set out on a quest to study my life day in and day out for an entire year. How do I feel so much joy? Is it because things just always go the way that I want them to? I wanted to document it and find out. So I got out my journal and I started to take notes. I'm 1 month into this self-study, and oh my gosh, so-called bad things happen all the time in my life. One of our dearest friends who'd been living with us for 5 years was diagnosed with cancer and died just 3 weeks later at 53 years young. My husband, son, and I were in a serious car accident, and our beloved dog named Frodo needed 2 multi-thousand-dollar surgeries that we aren't expecting. And this was only month 1. Other people around me are struggling through these same kinds of things. And although, of course, I feel the full spectrum of emotions, my joy and my celebration of life are unwavering. And I realized there were specific things that I'm doing differently. And the best part, these things are teachable and available to all of us. As a joy coach and a joy teacher, my passion is, how do we minimize unnecessary suffering and maximize our potential for joy? There are key practices we can do before, during, and after anything we experience to open up the pathways for joy. How many of you, when you start your day, it looks a little something like this? You're grateful to be alive and enthusiastic about what's to come. Or how many of you, it looks a little more like this? Just dreading the day and stressing about all the things on your list. Who has a greater chance of having a good day? Every morning when I wake up, I make a conscious choice about how I want to show up to serve this world and what I want to feel. I come into alignment with love and I center myself in joy. And I commit to having a great day before it has even started and no matter what's ahead. We have a bundle of nerves in our brainstem called the reticular activating system, whose job it is to pass information from our conscious mind to our subconscious to show us whatever it is that we're looking for. This is why what we seek, we find. So if we go into an experience with a negative mindset, we're literally telling our brains to show us things to get upset about. But if we go in with positive intentions, we send a message to our brain, signaling it to reveal opportunities to feel and create joy. It's human nature to focus on the negative. Research at Ohio State University shows that there's a greater surge in electrical activity in our brains whenever something negative happens. We are hardwired to be judgmental and to look for challenges because our brains just want to keep us safe. This means we miss so much of the goodness inside of ourselves and others and our lives unless we intentionally scan for what there is to appreciate and bring that to the forefront. Plus, the instant we shift from being critical and upset to being grateful, we decrease cortisol, our stress hormone, and we boost serotonin and dopamine, the chemicals connected to joy. Joy is not about denying the challenges of being human. Joy is the willingness to find the gifts in everything. Unlike negative experiences that have immediate impact, psychologist Dr. Rick Hansen suggests we hold positive experiences in our awareness for at least 20 seconds in order for them to stick. In the fullness and busyness of life, these opportunities for joy just pass right on by. without us even noticing them. It's essential then that we reflect back on our lives and our experiences and keep taking in all of the good and receiving all of the gifts that we would have otherwise missed. Tapping into our joy potential is practical. It's effective. It's efficient. And it's fun. Research shows that happiness improves our health, our relationships with one another, and our work life, among other things. And my favorite part, our joy is contagious, and it helps other people tap into theirs. When I came out here laughing, it wasn't because anything outside of me happened. I created laughter from the inside out. The same is true for our joy. It is there inside of all of us, just waiting for us to unlock it. So let's do it. Do you want to have some fun? Yay! Okay, so in a moment, we're all going to rub our hands together to get our joy all warmed up, and then we're going to send our joy out into the world in all directions for anybody who could benefit from it, and we're going to do it with our laughter. So go ahead and stand up. All right. And start rubbing your hands together. You're going to get your joy all warmed up. And on the count of 3, we're going to send our joy out into the world, and we're going to do it with laughter. 1, 2, 3. Woo! Amazing. We're going to do it one more time, because if anybody was holding back, we're going to really turn up the volume. We're going to go all in. And I want to invite you, if there's somebody that you know that you would enjoy sending some of your love and your joy to, I invite you to dedicate this one to them. Okay, you ready? I mean, I don't know how we're going to top that last one. That was incredible, but let's see if we can do it, because there is infinite joy inside of all of us. 1, 2, 3. Woo! Magnificent. And my wish for you is that you can access the joy that is possible for you in any moment. Thank you all so incredibly much.